Hello and welcome back to the Paris Weightlifting Recap Show. This is day 2. We just got done watching the women's 59s and the men's 73s. We're going to start with the 73s. And Max, I think we may have just seen one final Wo Cao.
Yeah, I mean, that was it. That was a wild session. I mean, that was a roller coaster of emotions. Just every single lift in that session seemed consequential.
I have aged considerably watching the men's 73s.
Yeah.
I mean, both sessions today were incredible. But not to give it away too much, though we will just run through the results, is that it's kind of fitting that Shi Zhiyong's final made lift was a snatch.
Yeah.
He was a snatcher, after all.
Yeah.
If that didn't give it away, let's talk about it now. Shi Zhiyong took a huge lead in the snatch. A 165.
Yeah.
He looked stronger, right, than he did in Thailand. And we thought, gosh, this guy's going to run away with it. But he wasn't able to make a clean and jerk.
Yeah,
3 attempts at 191.
That would have been a three-peat for him. And it would have been one of the most historic lifts. I mean, he would have joined the most elite club of weightlifters.
He'd have been 1 of 6.
Yeah. And just couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. He may have only needed one more lift. We'll never find out if Rizki could have made what he needed to. But yeah, let's go through. I mean, in the snatch, Rizki kind of terrified us, right?
Yeah.
He came out at 155 and we thought, okay, this is safe. Because you probably only need to get to around 160. You don't necessarily need a repeat of Thailand with 164. But he missed.
Yeah.
And suddenly the wall started closing in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's crazy is that he comes back, makes the 55, and then...
And then you think, okay, cool, take a 5-kilo jump, 60.
59 or 60 would have been plenty to give him a little room. He could have fought in the clean and jerk. And then you see this 8-kilo jump, and you're just like, what
are you doing?
Is this what he thinks is going to work every time?
He brought it down to 162 in the end, so it's a 7-kilo. But, I mean, even so, and he went for it, and he missed it. And then suddenly you've got Rizki at 155, the world number 1, world record holder in the total. Shi Zhiyong has just made 165. Then when he's coming out for 168, which he did miss. Yeah. But you're thinking to yourself, 13-kilo lead.
It'd be
Rizki
over.
needs 14 more in the clean and jerk. This is done. He missed, but even so, 10 kilos.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And so the question at that point is, you know that they're about 10 kilos apart in the clean and jerk.
Yeah.
In fact, in Thailand, it was 10.
Yeah.
191, 201.
Yeah.
So we thought, what can Shi do? Can he brave pushing up to 193? Could he hit a 194? Force Rizki to take a world record clean and jerk? But he came out at 191. Miss, miss, miss. Goodbye, Shi Zhiyong.
That was
Rizki.
So painful to watch. The thing to me, I would say about that whole session, though, if we look at that, just everything, the roller coaster that it was, you had so many good lifters, so many athletes looked like they were going to do incredible things. I would say the highlight of that session, as far as strategy, made lifts, tactics, I think you know who I'm going to say, it's Bozhidar.
Absolutely.
The Bulgarians came in and...
with the least Bulgarian play
I was just going to say that, yeah. The least Bulgarian strategy. 6 for 6, puts himself in a place where he gets to basically steer what everyone else is going to do to try to get a bronze or a silver. And that just like Mihaela Kambe in the 49s, basically dictated a lot of what that session was going to be for everyone else. And then you just watched, miss after miss after miss, taking attempts they couldn't make, maybe even fighting through. It wasn't like these misses were, in my opinion, just not even close.
No, they were close.
They were close as you could possibly get. People grinding out lifts, fighting with jerks.
Yeah.
We saw the barbell go end over end into the platform. Yeah. I mean, that session was wild.
It was unbelievable. Bozhidar, 6 made lifts, didn't take one max effort lift.
No.
He trains harder in training.
Yeah.
He probably lifted more yesterday than he did
That's
today.
That's probably true.
So he went 6 for 6, 154, 190.
Yeah.
Had more, but thought, you know what, I'm going to take the risk.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my mark in at 344, and multiple people tried to beat him. And in the end, 2 of them did.
Yeah.
Rizki, of course, came out, made 191. That jumped him into the lead.
Yeah.
Assar has just set a snatch world record.
Only just, but he does make it.
Red bar's now 184. Solid.
Fights through on jerk. You can't drop your back knee any lower than that. Become the number 2 ranked 102 in the world if he makes this lift. Gets under the bar.
Look at that save.
Then Weeraphon Wichuma came from behind a really poor snatch day, right?
Oh, yeah.
148 opener, missed 52. And you just think, you're out the running, mate. You can't do this. Miyamoto, Mosquera, Ozbek, Bak Ju-yo, Miura, Ritvas, Shi Zhiyong. You're too far back now. But he just showed that, clean and jerks win medals.
And made some interesting attempts.
Right.
Makes 190, makes 194. He's now in bronze.
He's in bronze, yeah.
Goes for a lift that 198, if he'd have taken 99 at the time, before Rizki came out, that would have put him into gold.
It would have put him into gold.
And then
97 was all he needed for silver. So 98 was a weird. I mean, we think that potentially the team thought it was the gold.
They had to, the way it worked.
The way they celebrated. They ran
collapsed
on
the bar. I mean, man.
And they're just jumping up and down, which you don't do when you go bronze to silver.
No, that's not the same kind of thing as thinking you've won the Olympics.
It was really bizarre.
It wouldn't have mattered.
And it matched the Olympic record clean and jerk.
I know, it was such a weird attempt selection.
199 had it all.
Yeah, I don't know. The extra kilo would not have even phased him. I mean, he smashed that 198. It was a great lift.
But he did bump Bozhidar into bronze.
Yeah, so he did what he needed to get as high as he could, I guess. And then, Rizki came out and obviously did that 199, I think, in my opinion, I'd be curious to hear you.
That saved the day.
It did. This was a question I think we're looking at. It was Rizki a fluke? Was this just he just happened to have the meat of his life in Thailand, bumped off the front runner that should have been here, and had Rotmat been here, it would have been, he would have slaughtered everybody.
He could have done.
And so this question is, you're sitting there, one snatch, he's made 191. It wasn't a beautiful opener.
No.
And
he's only made 2 lifts. He's in the lead, but you don't have to win on that.
And now it's over. Right. Did this guy just kind of sneak in and win almost on a weird qualification technicality?
Win on a 3-4-6?
Right. Ugh. And then he comes in 199 and smashes it.
The Olympic record.
Fights through that jerk.
Yeah.
And it just, for me, it was solidified. He was the guy. It was the call. He's a fighter. He's a champion. He is Olympic gold medalist.
If he had only made the 3-4-6 for the win, that would have been 6th in qualifying.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He pulled it out of the bag. He got 3-5-6. Is that right?
3-5-4.
3-5-4. If we compare that to the qualifying period, Shi Zhiyong hit 3-5-6 in Thailand.
Yeah.
But, he didn't do it on the day.
Yeah.
A quick recap then. Rizki Juniansyah, gold medal, 3-5-4 total, 155 snatch, 199 clean and jerk, declined his third attempt. Weeraphon Wichuma, silver, 148, 198, enormous clean and jerk. Bozhidar, 6-6, 154, 190. Mohamed Ozbek, until the last minute, had a medal.
Ozbek was painful to watch.
We love that guy, and he just, if he'd have made a few more lifts, he could have probably gone for 194. It could have been Bozhidar who was out.
Yeah.
But instead, it was him.
It looked like Ozbek was going to do something incredible. He opened at 89, but like you say, he bookended it 150, 191, which is literally almost the same as what we saw at 2022 Europeans 2 years ago.
Right.
But he looked so much better here.
He did. He looked so much stronger. Here's my question for you. If Shi Zhiyong had made one of his 3 attempts at 191, could Rizki have made 202 for the win? A 1 kilo personal best clean and jerk attempt.
This is my opinion. My professional opinion would be that had Shi Zhiyong made a clean and jerk, it would have forced Rizki to the 202.
Yeah.
That 202, Rizki could have only made it if he had made it on one attempt.
Yeah, yeah.
Had he missed it or made any mistake, it would have been over. The way the 199 looked, I don't know if there was an extra 3 kilos in there. I don't know if a little bit more, the stumbling.
It was easier than the 201. The clean was.
The clean was, but the jerk was almost a miss, but he does that. So
he does that.
I think that's one of those. It's a question we'll never be able to answer.
We will never know. And
it's like if Naeem had opened a little lighter in 2000, would he have hit it 4 times?
Yeah. And we now get to wait until Bahrain in December for the World Championships, where Rizki and Rahmat are going to meet again.
Oh, it's going to be wild. That's going to be an incredible session.
Yeah, absolutely. But that might be the final time we see Shi Zhiyong in international competition. But
I think so.
All credit, of course, to Rizki Juniansyah.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the 59s?
Absolutely.
The 59s, by contrast, was flawless by almost everybody.
Yeah. Phenomenal lifting all across the board.
All across the board. The snatching was just unbelievable. I mean, the number of athletes who were going in over 100 kilos, who were setting personal bests.
Yeah.
You know, we had Kuo Hsing-chun open up at 103, which she's not done that in a long time.
Yeah. I mean, Kuo Hsing-chun for me was like, it was a lot like Mirabai in the 49s. You just didn't know, because you're seeing what I would describe as sort of, you know, subpar compared to what she's capable of or has been in the past, what she won the Olympics with. And you don't know, is she going to do more? Is she in shape? Is she just kind of coasting? What's going on? I mean, this has been the conversation for years now. And then all of a sudden shows up and performs like she does. 103 opener, looks strong. That's better than she's done before.
105, was it press on her second attempt or a miss?
I think she missed
it was a
the
no
second.
lift,
Yeah.
but it was, then she came back out and
smashed it, yeah.
Which was huge. I mean, but then other people were on that level.
Oh, yeah.
Yenny Alvarez, whose best was 102, opens at 101, the 2022 world champ.
Yeah.
Jumps to 103, personal best, jumps to 105.
Yeah.
You can't believe it.
That was, I mean, for me, the lift of the session. Yenny Alvarez is 105 because I did not expect Yenny Alvarez to be in the conversation for a top 3.
No, not really. Not after how she's looked since Bogota.
Yeah.
105. And then you had Maude Charron, who we've said this time and time again. She is flawless. 3 for 3. 101, 104, 106.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's the world number 1. It's Luo Shifang. It's Team China.
Yeah.
It's 3 golds. She hits 107.
Yeah.
Flawless in the snatch.
Yeah. I mean, Luo Shifang just did everything she was going to do.
Yeah.
And Maude, in my opinion, is such a known quantity. You just know she's going to be there.
Yeah.
She didn't do anything, in my opinion, that was like...
She's a bit like Lasha. You can predict it.
Yeah, it was just going to be what it was, you know?
She's not going to really miss.
But, I mean, man, there was so much. And then sort of the big upset, the sort of wild thing I didn't expect was Kamila Konotop getting injured.
Yeah.
Konotop comes out, does the 104.
Second attempt.
I want to say on the 106, pulls her hamstring, grabs her hamstring.
Yeah. And that's her done, really.
And then does some wild stuff, makes a total.
Yeah, she mustered up the strength for 23. She even then went under 132.
Oh, that was wild. Yeah.
Which, you know,
I mean, that's just...
But she was unfortunately way out of the rankings.
Yeah.
But in the clean and jerk, I mean, it was tight. We basically had this battle where we knew that Luo Shifang would probably run away with it. And then you've got Maude, Kuo, and Yenny Alvarez.
Yeah.
All 3 of them are going to want that silver. All 3 of them capable of it. In the end, you know, Kuo hit this 130. She got herself in a good spot. Maude then hit 130. Yeah. And so Yenny thought, well, I got to leapfrog them all at 132. She takes attempt. Well, she took 130 first. She made it. She
clean and jerks,
white lights.
Yeah, clean and jerks 130, 3 whites.
And they take it away.
And they took it away. That was wild. And that happened to the Nigerian lifter as well.
Yeah, Rafiatu.
Rafiatu made a lift, looked to be so good.
But then she made that 130.
And then came back.
I mean, that was the best save we've seen this entire Olympics.
Yeah, savage lifting there.
Yenny then goes for 132, misses, goes again, cleans it, jerks it, walks it out, keeps holding.
You think she has it.
Drop, out, bombs out, Yenny's out.
That was painful.
So you've got Maude in silver, Kuo in bronze. Kuo says, screw this.
Yeah.
I'm not going for silver. I'm going for gold. Give me the 137. She loads it up, 5 kilos under her best. And
cleans
she
it.
Just missed it on the jerk. Luo Shifang, she made 134, nice and easy. We've actually got written in 137 with a cross through.
I think she might have asked for it, but didn't come out, right?
Yeah.
Or didn't do it. She just walked on stage.
Let it be known. If you look at our results page, she didn't miss 137.
No,
she just didn't take it.
Didn't even touch the bar.
So Luo Shifang gold, Maude Charron silver, Kuo Hsing-chun bronze, runner-up, Nigeria, Rafiatu. No one expected it.
That's wild. That's got to be the best performance from a Nigerian weightlifter ever.
And there were so many athletes who deserve credit here. El Rinando, 130.
Yeah.
2 kilo personal best. Venegas.
Oh, she lifted
128. Her best was 26. Attempts 34.
Yeah.
She took a shot to bump Kuo.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that session was something else.
It really was.
It was such a pleasure, in my opinion, to watch lifters that you weren't sure. You never even thought, we had looked at the list many times when we were thinking about these decisions. We talked about this back in May, and I had looked at Yenny Alvarez's name, and I kept thinking, something jumped out at me a few times, like, she's good, she's a world champ, but it never clicked that, could she be in the fight?
Right.
But after that 105, you thought it, and it was such an unfortunate thing to see her not get it.
Well, I walked away with 3 points.
Yeah,
I guessed it.
You guessed it right.
Yeah, so in the rankings now between me, you, and Nick, you're on 6, Nick is on 6.5, and I'm on 8.
Yeah.
So I'm doing well with my predictions.
You are, yeah.
But tomorrow, I mean, I think we all know that Carlos is going to lift well. We all know that Olivia's going to lift well. Picking silver and bronze, particularly on the women's side.
That's going to be tough.
Well, you know what? Silver is, we feel like we know. Bronze in both categories is almost impossible.
I mean, yeah, every one of these
sessions. 4 men
sessions,
and 4 women who could do it.
Every one of these sessions, that bronze and silver battle has been a knockdown, drag-out fight.
So right now we're 4 sessions down, 3 golds to China, 1 to Indonesia. Asia is mopping up, as you expect in the lighter categories.
Thailand.
No, I'm talking about gold. Thailand.
Asia, yeah. Thailand's been making some medals too.
Thailand's had 3 medals. But 4 golds to Asia.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we should see 2 new continents grab some golds, we imagine. Europe and Pan America. But
that's wild.
Yeah, 89's tomorrow, 71's tomorrow. Carlos Cesar, Olivia Reeves, Jason Lopez, Angie de Homes.
It's crazy.
It's a big one. It's going to be a lot of fun. You don't want to miss it. Head to weightliftinghouse.com. Check out the Paris hub to get all of the results and get links to all of the videos we've done. And, of course, check out the big Paris weightlifting sale. You get over 50% off free items. Buy 2s, get 1 free. Unbelievable stuff. It's been an aging day, but we'll be back here tomorrow for more. We'll see you then.